Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, 70! Omaha, ready to move!
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 45-yard line.
Big 20!
Now Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
To the air again, Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy. and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The Giants at 7-5 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. No gain on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. You look at this Packers defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Loose inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. 60 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Stafford on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. It wasn't really
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. McCaffrey running up the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. Up the gut, McCaffrey. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Third and 2, Stafford. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Taken from just outside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound. There he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
First down,
Stafford now to throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
23-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0.
17. Giants nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard. 73 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert once more. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's on his way. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Middle.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. And now Stafford's going to move him around. 2nd and 3. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Inside.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in there by Cooks. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 96 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Herbert powering. The 5 at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
Now Stafford. Being chased out left. Muscles him off. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Herbert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that one.
And the 2nd effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick
Following the
off.
touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 47-yard line.
Easy. Hey, Mike.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. But Darian Mathis burying him for the sack. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Hey, 88,
88.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Kelly, don't left Kelly. 26.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Mixing up the middle. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 28 yards. Mixon. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon again. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got it. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From his own goal line, Stafford. Short throw to Smith. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Now Cobb to return. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Rodgers gonna go on 4th down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's the give to Herbert. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Khalil Herbert from 17 yards out. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 7. Dustin Hopkins set to kick
Following the
off.
touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
88. Look at you.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Puts it on the carpet, it's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. The Giants on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 67 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Mixon with a first down carry. Fighting through it, he's got space. Still on his feet. Joe Mixon, and he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 55 yards. Well, he currently stands 2nd in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to 1st.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're 2nd and you want to be 1st, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They run right side with Hunt. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Buying time to his left.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A handoff for Herbert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Herbert. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Short throw to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Stafford here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 10. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Drill right, 22.
Throwing here, Stafford. Rolling to his left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Mixon.
They juked him. And this will be a Giants first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Mixon will try the right side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.